Hi everyone, it's Blair here at Time Trades. Thanks for joining me this weekend. It is Sunday, February 12th, and this is your weekly video. We're going to start as usual with a review of last week's forecast. Last week's forecast is this yellow arrow here, and I think this was probably one of the worst performing forecasts in the last 3 months or so. I got kind of the first half of the week kind of right, but the last half of the week, no, it's not very close at all. So I would give this maybe a C or a D. I definitely caught the inflection point at the Powell speech, but I caught it going the wrong way. I thought we would move up after that, and we did not. We moved down. But we got a lot of good information from last week. Certainly, we got some confirmation of the importance of this high over here on the Gann wave yellow, and that kind of gives us a lot of confidence in the importance of these Gann waves going forward. We can see how the Gann waves going back to blue, yellow have identified key points in this move up. So it really kicked off with this big move on January 6th on a Gann wave yellow, a retest of some of the descending structure. We can see these Gann fans, blue one by one Gann fans coming down from prior highs, was retested successfully on the Gann wave blue on the 20th, and then a euphoric top on Thursday, the 2nd of February. And this was in line with some of the topping behavior that we were expecting to see during that week, because we also had a cheat code teal that week and Gann wave yellow. So what we're looking at here, after last week's video, we identified these green lines as kind of key guardrails for price. And we got more confirmation of the importance of these green lines over the past week. So looking ahead to this week, what does the forecast look like? Well, it's a very important week. Lots of news and data dropping. We've got CPI on Tuesday. We've got retail sales on Wednesday. We've got producer price index on Thursday. All of which are actually happening during bearish intraday windows. So that is one important data point. The other important data point is we still have about a week left in this Gann wave cycle from yellow down to blue. And again, that seems to be really calling the shots here so far. And then after that, we've got another wave up into a Gann wave yellow on Thursday, March 2nd. But taking a step back here, looking ahead, I want to share with you something about the importance of just kind of like basic seasonal changes. So let's just clean up the chart a little bit. I want to reduce the amount of stuff that's on here. Maybe go back to like a 2-day chart and zoom out. So the red lines here indicate equinoxes and solstices. So we've got March 18th. We've got June 21st, we've got September 21st, and we've got December 21st, all of which have been either in the middle of moves up, like this big move up back on March of 2022, triggered a couple days before the equinox. The June low came 1 day before the summer solstice, and the September equinox came right in the middle of a big move, but it also broke this important structure here. So we can see a lot of important price action happening on or near these basic seasonal dates. And also, of course, the low, the ultimate low, I think it was on the 28th of December, came just 3 trading days after the winter equinox on Wednesday, the 21st. So a lot of importance and a lot of important turns are happening near these key seasonal dates. And of course, we have another one coming up March 21st. And it's at that time that I think that we will start another bull leg up. We've had a very solid bull leg up here since early January. I think we need a correction in time to just digest this move. And I think we're going to get that because we're kind of jammed in between 2 very important levels here represented by the green lines. So in general, I'm looking for a sideways correction here, and there's also going to be, of course, a bit of price correction as well. My expectations are that at the most that we would retrace 618 of this move up, and just kind of chop around between these support and resistance levels and the key price structure that's been established so far, until we get closer to March equinox. Now, let's just take a look at the Gann waves. So I'll turn that on time trades, and we can take a look at what those are telling us. So the next Gann wave blue after this Friday, February 17th, is occurring on March 16th. So I think that could be a good sort of penultimate low before the before this anticipated spring equinox move up gets going, right? So in effect, I'm looking for price to trace out a big triangle here between these important structural lines. I think this week has a potential to be bearish because we've got all of this data coming out, and we're coming into the Gann wave blue that's happening Thursday night, I believe. So it's appearing as Friday here on the chart. And then I think that'll be the low for a while as we move up into the next Gann wave yellow on March 2nd. So let's just reveal the forecast path of price here, and I can explain that in a little bit more detail. One of the things I've noticed personally in my forecasts is they tend to be a little bit maybe not accommodating all of the potential range in price. So one of the things I'm doing is I'm trying to imagine a little bit bigger price moves. And what I see here happening this week is we've got CPI. It's one of those binary events. Everyone is hedged. I think what is likely to happen is if CPI comes in close to the number, we're going to see a lot of those hedges coming off. That's going to drive a push up. Then we've got a couple of additional news drops, but once those hedges get released, then we're going to see the potential for a move down here into this Gann wave blue on Friday. And if you put a fib retracement on this move here from the last Gann wave yellow to the next Gann wave yellow, we see a 618 retracement right around this magic level. And that's, I think, worst case scenario is about 11,700. Will that damage the long-term bullish structure? No, it won't, because we're still above the 1x1 up here from January 5th. And also I understand that this is going below this green line here, which last week I identified as a kind of a key guardrail for price. Now, one of the things that I want to call your attention to is some of the deviations around this this green line that's happened in the past. Back on December 13th, we had like a 400-point deviation above it, and yet price closed below and continued to go down to the December low on the 28th. Okay, so that is an important observation here. I guess what I'm forecasting then is for really a deviation below this green line late this week, in line with the Gann wave blue, because the Gann waves have been so important and so predictive recently, and then a recovery back up into this green lime green triangle structure in time for the Gann wave yellow on March 2nd, and then just burning some more time here in a sideways correction in time until we get closer to March equinox, when I think we finally lift off out of that. So that's the overall view here. We'll see how this plays out. I've shared with you the logic there, and there's some key points where to identify where I'm wrong. Any sort of separation, like significant separation on big volume below this, where you can see sort of space between the lime green and the high of the next price bar, that would be a key indicator that this forecast is wrong. All right, so keep that in mind, and always trade safe, know your risk, manage your risk. All right, so that is the new forecast there for the NASDAQ. Let's go and take a look at what Time Trades is telling us here. So we're going to make a lot of use of the Gann fans going forward, and Gann fans are a really powerful way to just understand where we are relative to the structure here. So in the Qs, we're above key Gann fan levels. So I describe this as moderately bullish for now. This line here is the 2x1 up, so 2 units of time and 1 unit of price up from the low of 254 in October, right? So this is a key level to maintain. We can see how it maintained price in November. We had this deviation below, but again, price was found support on the other Gann fan here, which is the 1x2 up from 0 that is anchored to June 16th. So I guess with the weakness I'm forecasting later this week, I'm looking forward to a deviation below this line. I could see the Qs going as low as, you know, like the high 280s or the low 290s. I wouldn't want to see this get much lower than that. This line for me is pretty key for the bull case. So again, keep that in mind. This is sort of my ultimate level for risk management and maintaining a moderately bullish outlook. All right, let's take a look at SPX. SPX with the Gann fans on, we can see it's comfortably in this wedge between the 2x1 up and the 1x1 up from the October low. So it's got a little bit more space to come down here. Could come down to, you know, like the 3900s and still keep the bullish structure intact. Let's take a look at Bitcoin now. All right, so Bitcoin, we're going to zoom in here and take a look at where price is relative to these Gann fans. So we saw price boost up quite quickly here, and it got rejected at the 2x1 up from the November low. It's coming down, and it looks like it can go as low as about, you know, low 20,000s, 20,100, 20,000 even or so. and still keep this bullish structure intact, I would want to make sure that price, if price deviates below slightly, that's okay. If we see some wick below this line, that's okay. But if we see any sort of separation below this line, then that would require a change in outlook here. Right now, our outlook for Bitcoin continues to be bullish. There's a potential buying opportunity, I think, down near this line that would be nice and low risk, especially as we get closer to the Gann wave blue. Bitcoin also has been respecting the Gann waves really well. We can see the recent high was made on February 2nd with the Gann wave yellow. Gann wave yellow also kicked off this huge move up on January 6th. So looking forward for a little bit more chop sideways. There's some nice potential buying opportunities, I think, closer to February 17th. Which is Friday. Okay, let's take a quick look at Ethereum here. All right, so Ethereum, let's turn on Gann Fans. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're just going to quickly square the chart, and I'm going to demonstrate how quick and easy it is to square the chart using Gann Fans with time trades. This is one of the reasons why I enjoy using it so much. Is all we have to do is click and hold on the price axis here, and then we can adjust all of the Gann Fans at once. So one of the things I like to do here is just take a look at where these lines are hitting price, and I like to get a lower, like a 1x2 down in touch with the next pivot, and then often what'll happen is you'll see the next pivot going forward just create some amazing touches on price. You can see that here with Ethereum as it forms a lower support level for Ethereum. And that was all based just on looking at this fan down and dragging it so that it's in line with this lower price here on November 9th. So we can make some minor adjustments here and also make sure that the 1x1 down, also we can see that the 1x1 down contains price pretty well up here just before that drop on November 9th. And if we go back in time, we'll also see some other very solid touches between Gann Fans and price. So what do we see right now on Ethereum, where we see bullish structure? It's above major Gann Fans. Price is holding here. I think any sort of separation below this specific line here would indicate a change in structure. But for now, I think we're good to go up and follow this fan, which is the 2x1 up from the June 18th low at $880. So as long as that holds, we've got a bullish outlook on Ethereum. We also have a nice cluster of green in the machine learning probabilities here in March. And we've got a pivot high over here, March 15th. So looks like a bullish forecast in place for Ethereum. Okay, so we've covered stocks, we've covered crypto. Let's finish up today's video with a quick look at the Nifty. So the Nifty has been following this bearish structure down since December 1st. We've got a big pivot low still in place for March 3rd. Honestly, not much has changed in this. I'm still looking for a continuation of this move down until early March. And then that would be a good buying opportunity. We may see price get down a little closer to this magic level at 17,000. and maybe retest this fan down here slightly below 17,000. But the closer we get to March 3rd, the more bullish we can get. And we've got a nice machine learning probability pattern here with the green bars around March 22nd, 23rd, right on spring equinox again, combined with a pivot high on the 24th. So a little patience is warranted here on the Nifty. Longer term, very bullish on India in general. But I think we're coming up to a nice buying opportunity soon. Okay, that's it for me. Thanks for using time trades. Good luck trading this week. Trade safe, and we'll talk to you again next week. Bye now.